Delhi has become India's largest city with 800 electric blue buses, and the central government has rolled out PM-eBUS Sewa to add 10,000 electric buses in 169 Indian cities with a population of 3 lakh plus. The question we have on our mind, are we moving fast enough on India's growing need for clean transportation? And of course, we have with us Ashish Kundra, Principal Secretary, Transport, Government of Delhi, and Akshima Ghate, Managing Director, RMI India. You've been an administrator. You've also been so close to this cause of, e-mobility, Mr. Kundra. What do you feel? Number looks so small to me. 169 cities and 10,000 e-buses.
I think we have to put that in context. First of all, most of our cities, the smaller tier 2, tier 3 cities, don't have any bus service. So we are talking about starting from scratch. So I think firstly, it's a fantastic and very progressive move to usher in bus services, and that to jump-starting the bus
with
mobility directly with e-buses. And you can imagine if within city transportation starts moving in that direction, it decongests cities. It also has a salutary impact on the air quality, and it's easier and more convenient and comfortable for people to travel. So I think this, and the model which is it's again a public-private partnership model, which is similar to the Grand Challenge earlier and the National e-bus program, which is for larger cities. So the beginning was made by the larger cities, and in a way it has been tested out in the larger cities. And the results have been very, very encouraging, that how aggregation of demand lowers price.
So this is specifically for smaller cities, and the scheme does say that we are going to look more closely at cities or towns, in fact hill cities and towns, which don't have any bus service now. Yet, Akshima, if I look at it overall, I still feel that maybe we are lagging a lot in terms of how rapidly we should move. What do you think?
The order of buses that we really need in our cities, it's close to 200,000. We are close to 470 million people in our urban areas today. We have about 30 to 35,000 buses in our, urban areas run by urban STUs. There are more private buses as well. But we need to reach at least 150,000 to have a benchmark of, 60 buses per lakh population. So I would say it's an excellent move, because it would give that momentum, because really if you have to provide that many buses, you would rather ensure that these are electric buses. So what it is doing, it's giving a very strong signal to the industry. 10,000 buses, plus you have all the 4 million plus cities which have also indicated their demand. So today easily the demand for electric buses is showing as around say 20-25,000. But yes, I think a lot more needs to be done in terms of ensuring, say by 2027, in the next 5 years, the urban population in India is actually having, access.
Public transportation, which is clean. I think this signal part, that is giving the private sector a very strong signal that we are very serious about e-mobility and e-public transport. The other question is, like, for example, let's take a look at any of the hill states, right? And you've, of course, been with the northeastern states. You have a very good idea of how these states work. Do you think in terms of setting up the supporting infrastructure to the bus, are there any challenges you see in the e-bus Sewa rollout?
No, I would say that, upstream charging infrastructure is also factored into the scheme, number one. Number two, for hill states with fragile ecology, it makes a lot of sense to go for zero emission vehicles. We are seeing the impact of environmental degradation and in fact climate change. So the more we encourage such bus services, the better it is. So whether you talk about the northeastern states, whether you talk about Uttarakhand, J&K or Himachal, it will have a huge catalytic impact also on the tourism industry. I mean, it will send a positive signal to foreign tourists who are arriving that yes, here is a country which is progressive.
Thank you so much, Akshima Ghate and Ashish Kundra. Thank you for joining me, and all the very best. That's it from me today on Urban Agenda. Stay tuned to NDTV for all the news updates coming up next.